Hi Gemini, welcome to your reading for the month of June 2021. This is for those with Gemini Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you just have a lot of planets in the sign of Gemini, this can also be helpful to you. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate for everybody, but just keep the parts that do and leave the rest for those it may be intended for. You can watch all of your signs for a more comprehensive overview of the month's potentials for you. I have already meditated on the cards. I pre-shuffled. Now I'm going to shuffle again quickly now, and we'll go over your astrology as well. Okay, Gemini, so let's go over your astrology really quickly first. Though your health looks good, there's a strong solar eclipse on the 10th occurring in your sign, and it's going to impact on the ruler of your horoscope, which is Mercury. So do take it nice and easy that period for a few days before and a day or two afterwards. But in spite of the eclipse, the month ahead is basically happy and prosperous. Until the 21st, you're still in a yearly personal pleasure peak, and you're more likely to enjoy redefining yourself and projecting a new and better image. Your love planet, Jupiter, will go retrograde on the 20th, and he'll stay that way for many months to come. So go slow in love. Don't make major decisions here. Allow love to develop, naturally as it will. This will be a good time now and for the next few months to really clarify what you really want in love and in your relationships. Career seems especially successful this month in spite of the eclipse, because the eclipse is most likely going to blast away certain obstructions to this area, which is actually going to be helpful. So let's see what the cards have to say. Sorry, we've got cat hair. Cats have been laying up here. First week of the month, you have, well, that's the wrong way. The Eight of Wands, this deck doesn't do reversals. So you have the Eight of Wands reversed. Now, this represents air travel or swift change. Now, 8 is the number of regeneration. So yeah, there's probably going to be some significant changes that happen really quickly this week or this month and bring about some kind of regeneration, which is interesting because that goes along with your astrology as well. But this could involve an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but it definitely involves spirituality in some way. This is fire energy though, so be careful because it moves so quickly. It can cause burnout if you don't manage it well. Time frame for this to fully develop or to wrap up is spring. So this is short-term energy, temporary energy. Shouldn't last past the end of the month, highly unlikely. But you can expect to be very busy. But this is one of those good busy periods where you're enthusiastic and energetic about the progress you're making. I think you're so sure about your goal this week that all distractions are kind of being removed, and you're devoting yourself to the task with complete concentration, determination, and will. But with the Eight of Wands, you can look forward to the rapid completion of a project that's currently underway. But you can also expect to be occupied by something new and kind of even more exciting and inspiring very soon. This card is kind of like a sign to strike while the iron's hot. This could also suggest short-term travel or like a whirlwind trip, such as a business trip or vacation. But do be mindful not to rush into anything without having a clear plan of where you're heading, what you're doing. This represents swiftly unfolding events, and they can be, whether that's unintentional or intentional by design. Now this is clarified by milestone. Acknowledgement, this is acknowledgement and celebration. 6 is the number of relaxation. So maybe you've reached some kind of milestone or recognition this week, and now you can take a breather and relax a little more than you have been. But when you receive this card upright, it's like it's letting you know to get ready for a celebration of some kind. Or you may be enjoying an even bigger excursion, like a destination wedding or a distant conference. could be honoring you in some way, success in business. But again, this is interesting because we have the potential for short-term travel here with this card. So you could be going somewhere for something this week. This is further confirmation now that that is a possibility. But maybe you've been wanting to start school or quit some personal pattern like smoking or drinking or any other self-sabotaging behavior. But you're ready, and this card is telling you that the time to celebrate your power is now. If this isn't an actual event or award type thing, then this is celebrating your power and your ability to create or do something. Now, second week of the month, you have the Two of Swords. This represents time to compromise or weighing up options. 2 is the number of assimilation. So yeah, you're assimilating information or compromising in some way in an effort to reach some conclusion or decision this week. This could involve an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, but definitely involves using your intellect. Time frame for this to fully develop or wrap up is fall, so October, November, December at the latest. As I always say, this is potentials, right? This is your heads up. So it doesn't always have to happen this way, but this is the foresight so that you can do what you need to do, right? But this is air energy, so it's actually very fresh. It's like new or like a breath of fresh air once this change comes about or is brought about. But a decision must be made. Whatever this decision situation is for you, it is time to make a decision. Your conscience will eventually force you into facing whatever this is, or your refusal to deal directly with whatever the situation is for you. It's like, this is kind of like letting you know you must take the bull by the horns and make your decisions with your best intentions, fully aware of the possible consequences, because once you remove your blindfold and see the situation for what it really is, you'll be in a much better position to determine your path forward. But you need to take a break from your usual way of thinking so that you can begin to consider alternative ideas and viewpoints. You may be at a loggerheads with another person and failing to see each other's point of view. Because the Two of Swords can reflect indecision and being at an impasse with regards to an important matter. But this is serious miscommunication if it involves another person. So be aware of that now. This is clarified by Teacher reversed. This is 4, which is the number of manifestation. So perhaps an important issue needs to be resolved, which we already know here. Or you can't quite figure out how to approach a path you're wanting to take. So this is more of the same energy. So decisions, confusion. But there may be someone who can help you in this matter. So open up to any guides or teachers or friends and potential mentors, both in the personal and spirit world. But this is letting you know that the knowledge you need will come to you in many wonderful ways once you do that. Now, the third week of the month, you have the Chariot. This represents action and change or determination. 7 is the number of wisdom. So the wisdom you're gaining is leading to a new determination for action or change, or perhaps even it's the other way around, that the action you're taking now is building and expanding your wisdom. But this could involve a Cancer, but definitely involves the feelings. Time frame for this to fully develop or culminate is summer, so July, August, September. This is water energy, so you'll be very intuitive now around this. You may find that by leveraging any opposing forces surrounding you at this time, that you can use them to your advantage. But you need to focus completely on the task at hand. This is your second reminder in your reading of this. Get in the race and win it. You may be wondering if you should pursue a plan or continue a project, but you'll be driven to do so, I think, this week. And what seems like a perplexing dilemma that's been going on this month will be resolved for the time being now. But you need to have faith in yourself and know fundamentally who you are and what you stand for. And you need to channel this powerful energy creatively instead of through aggression, which could just be destructive, okay? Now, this is highly charged energy, and this kind of charge makes, it's positive though, right? It makes more of the world accessible to those that are ambitious enough to, seize the chariot's reins. Now, this is clarified by deserving reversed. This is the number 6, which is the number of relaxation again. So the things that you long for, I think, are falling away because you're filled with doubts and feelings of unworthiness. There's some kind of movement here, and then doubt or indecision creeps in, and the lack of action due to these internal feelings. Now, you need to ask yourself, why do you deem yourself unworthy? Okay, start with that question to get to the bottom of this imbalance or blockage that is affecting this forward momentum that's coming up here. So, remember, you're a child of God. You're, who is the creator of all blessings. And this is an excellent thing to remember now. Get back to this forward momentum. It's time to affirm yourself in every way and claim the self-esteem that comes from your soul, okay? Because you're truly a valuable person, totally deserving of all the wealth, love, and happiness the world has to offer, okay? Now, the 4th week of the month, you have the Knave of Pentacles, or the Page of Pentacles. This can represent a new job or raise or financial opportunity. This could involve a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, but definitely involves material possessions. Time frame for this to fully develop or wrap up is winter, so January, February, March. But this is earth energy, so there's something very loyal here. Perhaps your loyalty to a company is what's earned you this raise. But this indicates the initial motivation and energy to begin the process of creating your dreams in reality. You need to remain focused on the practical and tangible elements. Keep your feet firmly planted on the ground. Don't get carried away with more ideas and concepts, but rather being focused on what's realistic and actually achievable, okay? The Page of Pentacles also asks you to grow and expand in a way that generates prosperity and wealth for the future. You're dedicated to knowledge and the attainment of wisdom and new skills now. We can see that. Don't be afraid to be the apprentice again, okay? That, even if you're a master of another domain, there's always something new we can learn, or we're learning, right? If this isn't you, then it could be someone around you. This person may be eager to attain wealth by pursuing a new business idea, by learning new skills, or by applying themselves to a new situation. But whatever this learning is about, you want to understand the underlying mechanism that supports the creation of the results and the abundance, okay? By studying the example of those around you. Oh my goodness. Sorry, my cat just knocked off a pile of my papers on this side table. Okay, well, where was I? Where were we? People around you. Studying people around you. Yeah, the example of anyone around you with this energy right now. So by studying whether it's, they're successful or unsuccessful, it helps you to build a game plan that will lift you from obscurity and make you successful in your own right, okay? So everything is teaching us something, Pay attention to those aspects that are important of you and whatever you're trying to create. Now, clarifying that, you have the Sacred Temple. This is the number 5, which is the number of a new cycle. So I think there's an important issue that's frustrating you, or a life decision that you can't seem to make, okay, which has come up a couple of times here. I think you're being pulled in many directions, and you kind of just want a sense of certainty before you take a stand. I think the best thing to do is just to reclaim your peace and power by moving into your heart center and opening up to the, the unlimited guidance within your own sacred temple. I think when you do, the clouds of confusion will simply lift away. When this is upright, you can see more clearly, but I think you'll be able to act with clarity once you do that. Now, that's what I have for you for the month of June, Gemini. I'm going to go ahead and pull your cards for your extended reading now. That the link for that will be below, but we're going to quickly just pull out your clarifiers and prepare for that reading. So give me just a second. Okay, Gemini, so these are your cards that are going to be included in your extended reading. For those of you who are new to the channel, this is where we go into more depth into what we already pulled here in the general reading. This includes further insight and advice from spirit, potential outcomes. We also go specifically over your relationships, love. We go very specifically into separate readings related to love, money, health, and spirituality. And then we have one final bonus card for extra information from spirit for the month for you. So I hope to see you over there. The link will be in the description box below. If not, I really hope this reading was helpful to you in some way. I would appreciate if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel if you don't already do so. I will be back next month with your July readings, and I hope you have a great month. Take care. Bye.